Hello, and welcome to the Bobcat Bulletin. I'm Sammy.
And I'm Meadow. Today we'll be covering everything from Beto O'Rourke to Frights and Sounds.
Beto O'Rourke visited the Texas State campus this week during his college-focused tour to encourage young voters for voter registration and involvement from students. Coming up, we have Liam Capwell with the story.
Gubernatorial candidate Beto O'Rourke was in San Marcos this past week rallying supporters for his fight for change. Supporters came out in big numbers, holding signs and cheering him on during the speech. As Beto approaches the halfway mark on his 2022 college tour, he continued to preach about bringing together communities.
We don't always agree, and there are many among us here today or outside of these halls right now who may not vote for me in this election. But what I love about you, and what I think you get better than almost anyone else, is that before we're Republicans or Democrats or independents, we are Americans, we're Texans, and we're human beings. And we're going to treat one another with the dignity and respect that we all deserve, because we are all
Beto focused on the most pressing issues facing Texans, like gun ownership, the legalization of marijuana, and abortion.
Texans of all races and ethnicities use marijuana, cannabis, at the same rate, right? And from your response, it sounds like that rate is a lot, but...
We asked those stuck outside what they liked most about Beto.
At first I liked him because I hated Greg Abbott, but now I like him more because of the change that he's trying to provoke.
I think it's quite amazing that we have a lot of young people, inspired to vote.
Voter registration deadlines in Texas are on October 11th, so make sure to register and get out to the polls on November 8th. Liam Capwell, back to the studio.
Ever heard of Studio Stan Martian? Studio Stan Martian is an artist-established effort to house art and entertainment showcases for artists and creators. Let's hear more about it.
Stevens from Bobcat Bulletin, and I'm here today with...
Hey, I'm Jason Sherman. You can call me Sherman or just Sherm, either way.
Cool. And today I'm here at Sam Martian and this establishment. I just wanted to ask Jason Sherman a few questions about the place and how it came to be. So my first question is, when was Sam Martian created?
So, Studio Sam Martian, we just celebrated our 4-year anniversary last month. So this is our third location. We started off over by Gumby's, by the small HB there. Then moved to another place downtown. We've been here on Ranch Road 12 next to Gray Horse and the pizza shop on just a mile from campus, about 3 years now.
When can people find Sam Martian the most active? Like, are there any events? Is there art? Like when can people come through?
Oh, for sure. Well, we're open 12 to 8 Wednesday through Sunday, just like retail, like normal. Walk on in, buy some stuff, check out the art. We got all sorts of cool things in here. But our events are always popping off, so pretty much any time. It's nonstop. We have a full calendar, everything from art classes to tonight's Tuesday. Every Tuesday we do a talent show, 8 to midnight. We've been doing that 2 years. So Tuesday is a very fun night to come check it out. It's some of the most talented people in town come and do their thing. We have free yoga on Wednesdays. We got art classes. We do festivals, different events, concerts around town. You can definitely check out our Instagram or Facebook. We'll keep you in the loop with all of that. But yeah, there's always something going down.
Dope.
Always something fun.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of fun. Sounds real active. If any other students on campus want to come through Sam Martian and just chill, catch a vibe, then this sounds like it's the place, and it is the place. Every Tuesday there's a talent show, which I'm here today. So come through. I'm Thomas Stevens, and I'm here with
Sherman.
And this is Sam Martian. We're out.
Texas State campus has a lot of study spots, and it's just a matter of finding them. Let's take a look at one of the many study spots Texas State has to offer.
Located not too far from the quad is this semi-small spot, offering a great view, a fully shaded clearing, and several spots to sit.
My name is David Rodriguez. I come to this spot pretty frequently now. I found it about a month ago, and it's just become like a little quiet getaway from everything else. I wait for fall all year long. It's my favorite season. I love it when the weather changes. That jamming outside when it's just the start of fall, it's so warm, but you're so cold, like breeze coming in, it's wonderful. It's my favorite. I get my inspiration honestly from, well, the things around me. Inspiration can really come from anywhere, but my life experience and the things that are happening around me and just the things I'm interested in really kind of help shape what I write. Find my inspiration or productivity like heightened by a spot like this? I say yes. So I love beautiful areas. I think all of us at some deep fundamental level are moved by beauty. So right here we're surrounded by greenery, we're surrounded by a nice little view of the town, and like brick. This is a weird thing, but I love brick. I love feeling like I'm in antiquity even though I'm not.
Big thanks to David for giving me this interview and playing me several of his songs. Him and his band are available on every major streaming service under The Cracks. Please go check him out.
We'll be right back after this break.
Hello, my name is Thomas, here with Bobcat Bulletin, and today we're going to be checking out a brand new trailer of the new live-action African-American samurai movie. So, yeah, let's get into it.
Honor is withering away within the Yuri clan. My father is sick, with no more tricks up his sleeve to resist eternal sleep. Me and my brother are the only men within the Yuri clan with leadership qualities. My hands have been glanced down from my brother, judging the things that they've done in order to get to my position. The disposition of the Yuri clan is nomadic, a life that I've grown to dislike, and I just might have a chance to turn the tables. I believe a form of society is the best suited for the future of the Yuri clan. My brother, Kenshin, wants to resume the adventurous lifestyle our father has left behind. Although we are brothers, our disagreements have led to many battles growing up. Blood spilled against blood. Our final battle, the last one.
Harris Hill Raceway is a family-friendly racetrack and motorsports club. Up next, we will hear about what Harris Hill Raceway is.
It's Caden Carpenter, and I'm here with Daniel Escobar, and he just ripped the track up with my car, my Chevy Camaro. And yeah, so he works here at Harris Hill Raceway, and so tell us a little bit about your job.
Well, first of all, thank you for letting me whip your car. It's
Of course.
pretty nice to drive. Hopefully it didn't scare you too much. But basically what I do here is on race day, I'm either in the flag stand or I'm lining up the grid. So I will radio check every driver when they're coming down the hill. They give me a little thumbs up. And then once I open up the grid before the race starts, usually 10 minutes before the race starts, they all come down to me and I have the grid sheet and I tell them where to go. And I also work the SCCA Track Night in the Americas, which is regular track days for people to come out and drive their cars around. And there I'm usually at the start-finish flag stand, and I'm just waving the checker flag.
Dope. So how exactly did you land this job over here at Harris Hill?
So I actually just shot them an email one day seeing if they needed some help. So I started volunteering, and they saw that I was pretty good. I've always been into racing and since I was a little kid. So I know like when the flags are supposed to come out, I know what the flags mean. I'm good at making calls on the radio. So after I volunteered with them a couple times, they brought me into the team. And then I also got the opportunity to work with people that work at Circuit of the Americas, and they also brought me into their team. So I got 2 racetrack jobs going.
That's awesome. And so tell us a little bit about the races and stuff that go on here.
So we have the monthly challenge race, which is Miatas and Porsche 914s. They're raced every second Saturday of every month. And then we also have the bigger race, endurance race called Champ Car Endurance Series. They come twice a year. The last one was this last weekend. and they're coming back up in March. And that one's filled with chaos, people breaking down left and right, just trying to make it to the end.
Wow, that's sick. And so I heard that there's like membership opportunities to where you can, even take your own like street rides and stuff out here too. So
that's right.
A little bit about that.
That's right. So the best thing about this track is it's a private track, so you can come anytime you want if you're a member. You don't have to schedule like a track time or anything.
Right.
So you can come out. We have motorcycle days and car days, and we run the track both ways, clockwise and counterclockwise. So you get a little different type of action.
Yeah, dude. This guy just ripped it up out there. Made me feel like I was in a roller coaster. So I had a great time today. Well, appreciate you, Daniel. Had a good time with you, man.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Sir. All right, you heard it from my man, Daniel Escobar. This is Caden Carpenter with the Bobcat Bulletin. Back to you guys in the studio.
For the first time since COVID, the annual Frights and Sounds Music Festival was held over the weekend just in time for the spooky season.
Last weekend, the music festival, Frights and Sounds, was held at Sean Patrick's for the first time. Frights and Sounds has been an annual event in San Marcos for many years. However, because of COVID-19, this is the first Frights and Sounds festival in a couple of years.
They do it every year. It got derailed for the past 2 years because of COVID, but it's been a regular thing over the past 5 or 6 years or so.
This event showcased over 30 Texas-based bands in a wide variety of genres. Frights and Sounds creators Mitchell Miter and Ricky Fullen tell us more.
Pretty much we just wanted to make sure that everybody in San Marcos had a place to play, and like a festival that was like building characters and you could put on your resume to put yourself further in your own musical pursuits. So we lived here and there was nothing going on in San Marcos on Halloween, and that was pretty lame, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I mean, we've been third year doing this, and then it's just been growing ever since. So we're just happy to take it to the square this year. Really excited to see what kind of pool we can get and give these bands the audience that they deserve.
Yeah, because San Marcos has a lot of talent that you wouldn't understand. Your neighbor, your brother, people that you have no idea that even play music, and they're so good. And so here we are, broadcasting that to everybody.
Back to the studio, I'm Kyla Beard, Bobcat Bulletin.
The Calaboose African American Museum showcases the Black history that took place in the 18th and 19th centuries. The museum was first to jail for Black prisoners in 1873 and then a USO for Black soldiers. In 1990, Johnny Armstead, the founder of the museum, received a grant to restore the building. The museum has many artifacts like an authentic KKK hoodie that was anonymously donated. Did you know that there was once a thriving Black neighborhood known as Dunbar Neighborhood that had many businesses, churches, and a school? Or that the KKK burned down the First Baptist Church in 1873 and was later rebuilt in 1908? The museum offers tours every Saturday where you can learn more about the powerful Black history of San Marcos.
As November nears, so does Texas midterm elections. Signs for candidates can be seen along roads and street corners as people show their support for their candidates, with these elections being important for so many this fall. We surveyed 10 Bobcat students and asked what their number one reason or issue that they'll be voting on this November. Our survey found that out of 10 people that gave answers, 3 said they were voting on issues regarding marijuana, 3 were voting because of issues on abortion rights, 1 because of immigration issues at the border, and 3 voting because financial issues. If any students have any questions, visit studentgovernment.txst.edu. Once on the website, you can access all kinds of information from the date of Election Day, and other tabs that show how to register to vote or to check if you're currently registered. The website provides answers to questions that some students may need, such as deadlines for registering and where to vote at on campus. Okay, Bobcats, we will catch you after this break.
mean, Kagu to me, it's a lifestyle. Like, you know, I wouldn't want to say it's a clothing brand, it's a streetwear brand. I wouldn't say we're strictly a media group, you know, but what I would be comfortable saying is that we're a collective of people that identify with a certain lifestyle. And, you know, that lifestyle is creative.
It's a lifestyle. Me and Sam have been talked about starting a brand, doing something. It was never defined whether we was going to sell clothes, do this, do that. It turned out videography was where we was going to start. So as of right now, Kagu is a lifestyle, and we're displaying that through our videography.
I feel like the most important thing I want people to know about Kagu is that we're perception pioneers. Yeah, so like basically what that means is like if you, whatever service you want us for, you basically paying for perception. Like yeah, you can, there's a thousand videographers, 1,000 photographers out here, but what we pride ourselves on is the perception. I can shoot your wedding and make it look like the most lit wedding ever, or you know, I'll make it look like, you know, something it's not, because my perception is different. I'm different, I'm him, we're him as a collective, and yeah, perception pioneers.
The Whitcliffe Collections is featuring the Queen of Tejano music, Selena Quintanilla Perez, for Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's hear more about it. Selena exhibit in the Whitcliffe locations located on the 7th floor of Alkek Library are currently featuring an exhibit about Selena Quintanilla for Hispanic Heritage Month. Selena was a Tejano artist and was considered the Queen of Tejano music while she was still alive. Many of the photos featured were taken by Selena's former photographer Al Rendon. Some of the photos in the display, mainly the pictures of Selena when she was younger, have never been seen by the public before. Be sure to check it out before this month is over.
As Bobcats, I'm sure you're familiar with Sewell Park, but did you know about its history? On a hot summer day in 1916, Dr. S.M. Sewell, a mathematics professor, decided that the university needed a park with an area to swim. Back then, the river was only 3 feet deep. In 1917, the U.S. Bureau of Fisheries leased the college 4 acres of land along the river. College students armed with mud scrapers and mules cleaned the river bottom, built up the banks, and smoothed the slopes. It was called Riverside Park until 1946, when it was renamed in honor of its founder, Sewell. The park's current look is the result of a $1 million renovation in 1984. Sewell is now a favorite student hangout on campus. The 6-acre park features grassy banks for soaking up sun, playing frisbee with friends, a basketball court, volleyball courts, and picnic and barbecue areas all along the riverbank. Stairs provide easy access for swimming or snorkeling in the San Marcos River. With the outdoor center nearby, students, staff, and alumni can rent out kayaks, paddleboards, and other water equipment to use in the river. Sewell Park is one of the most inviting and relaxing spaces on the Texas State campus, so whether you're trying to escape the heat or just take your mind off classes, Sewell Park is never more than a walk away.
On your way to Old Main, you might notice the Veterans Memorial Garden, a garden with 4 monuments dedicated to Texas State veterans. Next, we will hear about the history of the garden and how it came to be. The Veterans Memorial Garden was first introduced to Texas State University in 1989 between the Chemistry Building and Old Main until 2000, when it was relocated to its current location right next to Flowers Hall. The garden was named after Lieutenant Colonel Graham G. Kyle, who helped fund the relocation. There are 5 monuments that are dedicated to Texas State students. A monument in honor of the Texas State men and women who fought in Operation Iraqi Freedom. The second monument honors the 6 Texas State students that were killed during the Battle of World War I, and a World War II monument that displays the 50 names of the students that were killed in battle. Monuments for both the Korean War and Vietnam War. And the college bell can also be found in the center of the garden. Because of this garden, Texas State University is able to honor those students who put their life on the line to protect American freedoms. Ready for the sausage celebration of the year, Wurst Fest is making its return to New Braunfels, an annual celebration of sausage and German culture right next to the Comal River. The beloved 10-day sausage festival has put its troubles behind them regarding COVID-19 closures and the fire that sparked on the festival grounds in 2019. They're prepping for their 62nd annual celebration this year since it began in New Braunfels back in 1961. Thousands of festival goers from all over come to enjoy good food, music, dancing, carnival rides, and games. It's family friendly with plenty of special events including polka dancing and the Steinhold. Thursday night is college night and it's free to get in, so take a break from studying and go grab yourself a potato pancake or sausage on a stick. Wurstfest starts on November 4th and ends on the 13th. Get your tickets for Wurstfest online.
Thank you for watching. This has been Bobcat Bulletin. I'm Sammy.
And I'm Meadow. Join us for our next broadcast next week. Have a great day. Sometimes I feel like I talk too fast, but I don't know.
Same.